Hello, hello. Good evening. It's hot here. I'm sitting in a room with the fan, but I got a new air conditioner in my lounge and I'm in love with it. So this room feels quite warm. But I'm really very glad to be here. I forgot to put a message up earlier, so it might take a little while for a couple of people to come in the room. We're here tonight for the next hour to offer some insight from the Southern Cross Stones Oracle deck. And we're very happy to jump in and answer questions, or if you don't have a particular question, then I'm happy just to pull a card for you. Happy to give you some insight from the cards. So, you choose. I always like to start off our little chats with, I'm just seeing that lady's comment, very cold Vancouver. Oh, that would be lovely. Here today we had a little bit of a break in the hot weather, and it only got to 41.1, I think, and that's in Celsius. So I'm not sure what that is in the old money is what I would call it, but it was really bloody hot. So yeah, and I'd just like to start off by saying that my name's Susan. Hello. This is my official page, the Southern Cross Stones Oracle card page, and my other official page is called Spirit and Mind Tools. You'll never receive any unsolicited messages from me. You'll never receive any requests for signing up for free readings. This is how I do the free readings, and this is how I'm very happy to help you out. I'll never ask you for your bank account details. I do have things for sale on my website, but I'm never going to ask for your bank account details. I'm here to be able to help and guide you and see whether the cards can answer your questions. So the lovely Miss M is with me here tonight. So she's in the cool spot. Well, it's not really cool. I would say that she's directly under the fan though. So yeah, let's get this party started. Hello everybody in the room. Miss M, who's our very first cab off the rank tonight? And it's Wednesday night.
It is Wednesday night, and we have Natasha.
Natasha. Okay, let's have a good old shuffly wuffly and see what is around you at the moment, Natasha. So, split the cards. Ooh. So you have, Natasha, the card of ambition, okay? What this tells me is that you have a particular goal within your life arenas. It's not just about work. This is about something you really wish to achieve. And Natasha, the cards are telling you to go for it, because this is a card that brings a lot of messages, a lot of support, and a lot of clear directions. It's kind of like a GPS that gives you really clear direction. Turn left here, go there. No, that's not for you. This is a fantastic card, Natasha, in regard to change, okay? I do feel that psychically, I feel that you have been fighting nor not really interested in change around you over the last few months, but that this is all changing. There's a desire for something new that will change a lot of areas of your life, and that this will come with a sense of ambition and a sense of, you know what, I can do that, I can put in the work. I don't think this card is saying to you that it's easy and just being dumped in your life. I think that this card is telling you that the time is now. Go for it, Natasha. Get those achievement dreams on the list and working towards, because this is going to be a very powerful time for you over the next few months especially. And I feel that the cards will support and give you a lot of insight in how to make the best things happen around you. So hopefully, Natasha, that's answered your question and perhaps given you a few questions more, because I'm getting a great sense of thirst for knowledge around you at the moment, and I see that as a really exciting thing. So yeah, let's have a look at the next person, Miss M. The next person has a busy life because the cards are already jumping out.
Courtney is next, and she has had some strange activity at her apartment. So she's hoping it is a good spirit.
I tell you, Courtney, I absolutely love to astral travel to your place and have a chat to your spirit, okay? Because there's a sense of energy and angel messages around you that I'm getting psychically. And so I believe that the spiritual influence in your apartment is trying to tell you something, okay? So you've drawn the card of grace. Now, grace is spiritual communication. Grace is a conversation with a spirit person, okay? This is what this card is telling me, is that the person that you have in your home, Courtney, is wanting to tell you something about a change that is coming up for you. I really believe that you're not a slowly kind of girl, but you're very thorough. You very much like to know the ins and outs of a lot of things before you will jump in and get your feet wet. I see this as a really good thing, Courtney, and what your spirit messages are saying is that you're supported in making changes, and that the next 3 months will offer you a way to look at something and feel differently about something that's been in your life for quite some time. I don't feel as though it is a person, Courtney. I feel as though it is something from your past that you have held a particular set of beliefs about. But the card in your spirit messages are saying that, that your thinking will be changing, and that this will shift a focus for you that it just makes you feel better. It's kind of like, a sense of relief. It's like, I hadn't thought of it that way, and I can see how that's really important. So as far as your spirit energy, Courtney, I feel that they're very friendly, absolutely very, very on your team. So I would leave little messages out for them, Courtney, and say, hey, I'm happy to have your messages. So I hope that's answered your question, my dear. And pop back in and let us know how you go with your having a chat to your energies that are around you. Okay, so I've actually got a water bottle tonight, so you can see it's actually hot because I'm drinking water and Coke. So excuse me. Oh, I do love that stuff. So, Miss M, who's the next person on our list for tonight for having a look into our cards, the Southern Cross Stones Oracle cards?
Next, we have Nicole.
Nicole. Hello, Nicole. I get a sense of something unresolved around you, Nicole. It's moved up your priority list, and it's moved up to the, you know what, shit, I've got to be thinking about that. It doesn't serve you as much as it used to. So what Spirit is telling me, Nicole, is that you have some deep thinking and reflection that is coming up, and that this might not be totally comfortable for you. This might not be, something that you're thinking like, hey, I can jump into this, I can really, But what Spirit is telling me is that it's beneficial 10 times over. So you will be there and be supported in that change, okay? I've drawn a card for you. And you have the card of adventure, Okay, so what this tells me is that you do have some shift in energy and action that is happening around you, and that this may be a little bit uncomfortable at first, but it soon turns into a positive. Hey, I'm into that. I can make a difference, and there's a real essence of trust around this card. Luck is the word that's given to me. It's like lucky meeting the right person, and like you're just around really helpful people over the next few months, and I see that as a really positive thing. So remember to look after yourself, and it's only you that can decide what constitutes good quality self-care for you. I can tell you, like spiritually, that there would be a few things that you would like to happen, but really it's you. You need to decide, okay, I can do that. I can fit that into my day. I love affirmations. I love mantras. So, there's something that I do, but that might not be something that suits you. So look at your self-care activities and definitely bring something new and, something that you're not quite as comfortable with. And I can feel the benefit that'll be around you. And please pop in and let us know how you go, because I really feel that you have a few months of very positive change coming up for you. So I hope the cards answered your question, and that they've given you the confirmation of the support that you've got around you. Okay, so we've got a few people in the room now, and I just want to confirm that something about my energy that I don't know whether it's because I'm new, because and I do have quite a few followers, but I am not ever going to send you a friend request. I'm not ever going to send you a, sign up here for a free reading. I'm not ever going to send you a give me your bank account details kind of message, okay? So it's really important that when you think, oh shit, was that that page, the Southern Cross Stones, have a look. And if it's a dodgy message, please feel free, if you'd like to report it. Facebook don't do anything, but I'm sure it makes me feel better, and it might make you feel better that you say, hey, look, that's not what I'm after, they're scammers. So Miss M, who's our next person on the I've Got a Question list?
Next we have Renee, and she would like a card about the next 6 months.
Okay, let's have a look, Renee. Let's have a look. Psychically, I'm getting that you have a wickedly busy 6 months ahead of you, Renee, and you are not quite ready for it. I feel that there is a sense of, I don't know whether it's tiredness, physical tiredness, or whether it's, that you don't feel as confident as you normally are. And that what I'm getting is Spirit saying to me, Renee, boost up, get your energy levels a bit more vibrant, because the next 6 months are certainly can be quite draining because there's so much going on. So let's have a look at what these cards are going to offer you, Renee. Ooh, see? Look, it's supporting the psychic message that I got. This is the card of change, of movement, of motion, of travel. The travel might not be what we used to associate travel with. It can be travel that shifts your thinking, shifts your learning, shifts your focus. It's almost like, hey, I can't travel to another country or another state at the moment, but I can certainly explore new ways of doing things. This is the card of things happening quite quickly, Renee. So don't be at all surprised if sometimes you need to catch your breath. It's like, hang on a minute, just, slow this down. Let me catch my breath, because there is a sense of universal urgency that is not necessarily your urgency, okay, Renee? And it's just like, hey, that whole, let me take a breath. I see it as a wonderfully positive, lots of connections, lots of busyness. And this is it's a time to that your financial energy becomes a bit clearer. I do feel that you've been working towards something financially. I don't know whether you have a savings plan or you've been trying to like focus on a purchase. But what I'm getting, Renee, is that this next few months gets you much closer to that dream, that financial goal that you've had for quite some time. And it's almost like a sense of, whoa, I'm a bit relieved. I'm glad I don't have that headache anymore. It's, and the financial energy around you is certainly improving quite well. So hopefully these cards, Renee, have given you a boost of energy and I can do this, because there is a lot of busyness and a lot of support that is around you. Speaking of support, the lovely people in the room, if you can help me out by hitting the share button on the bottom of your conversation and share this live to your friends or pages. I offered last week a free mini reading to the person who shares the most during the time that we're. So if you would like to do that and have a one-on-one session with me where I can just have a look at the cards around you, then please get sharing. My lovely Miss M will do the secretarial magic and keep a track of all the shares. And I haven't given a reading to the girl that mostly shared me last week yet, but Christmas did happen and I figured that, you know what, maybe there was a certain amount of busyness.
And she is in the room, Susan, too.
Ah, she's in the room. Good. I haven't forgotten you. Don't you worry. You're still there and you're still available for my one-on-one energy. So, Miss M, who's our next question?
Next, we have Erin.
Erin. Let's have a look, Erin. Boost the whole, I'm getting a... how do I put it politely? A kick up my ass. Erin, Spirit is telling you it is time to take action. It is time to stop talking the talk. What Spirit is telling me is that your next 6 to 8 weeks are full of decisions. It's like, shall I do this? Shall I be able to, move forward on that? Okay. I get, Erin, psychically that you are a very intensely creative person. You work well with other people's emotions, but you're not possibly that comfortable with your own. And what Spirit is saying is that you have the opportunity to become more comfortable with expressing your emotions. And I see that this is done through an artistic talent. I don't know whether you're a creative painter or writer, but I'm just told that it's through the creative arts. And the card that you have drawn is the card of inspiration, okay? The card of ability. It's like in the next couple of months, Erin, you're going to have confirmation that the talent that you have is ready to be shared with the world. And it's ready to be acknowledged as a very enjoyable pursuit for other people. It's almost like, wow, you're coming into the light. You're being brave and putting yourself out there in a world that is really very accepting. So, Erin, I say, you know what? That's exciting, but I totally get, and I personally understand the hesitancy that you might feel to, is this timing right for me? But Erin, the cards are saying that, the time is now, okay? So look out for yourself and know that your creative energy is, it's high, it's vibrant, and other people are wanting to have a piece of you and have a, understanding of your process. I get such wonderful, warm energy around you. It's really very nice. Very nice, Erin. So good luck with your venture. And, watch the action unfold. So, let's have another go at this lovely clear stuff. and see if Miss Emma will give us our next person.
Next we have Kylie.
Kylie. Kylie, let's have a look around you, Kylie. I actually get the impression, Kylie, that you have very targeted questions to answer in your life at the moment, okay? That you have what Spirit is telling me, and I certainly don't mean to sound rude, but direct I'm okay with. What they're telling me, Kylie, is that you've just not been into it, that you've been a little bit complacent, you've been a little bit not connected, and a little bit, not lazy, it's not a word I like, but I just get that you're not into it, okay? And what Spirit is saying, Kylie, is that is shifting, okay? That almost I don't give a shit feeling has gone. And I get that, whoa, Kylie, now you are making purposeful decisions, and you're able to, put some foundation. I really honestly believe, Kylie, that you have been making decisions with other people's advice, but it's not necessarily what you want, okay? And what the cards are saying is this is changing. You are now making meaningful decisions that speak to your heart, okay? And that these are decisions that, no matter whether they're big or small decisions, Kylie, they're decisions that come from you, and that makes them essential, okay? There's what Spirit is saying to me is that you might break out in a sweat, you might get worried, you might get anxious, but it will be very short-lived. It's like, yo, yes, okay, I've made that choice. I know that works for me, and I'm going to go with the support of the cards. So, Kylie, if you're fearful, if you're really honestly not sure, then give yourself the time to feel confident. Give yourself the support. I get around that you do have support systems around you, Kylie. I get that you're a very good writer. I don't know whether you journal but I see bits of paper, and I'm getting a sense of comfort from the bits of paper. So, yeah, support yourself and allow these changes to happen, okay? So, Kylie, you can make the most of the shifts that are around you, okay? So, Miss M, who do we have next on our list?
Next we have Zoe.
Oh, what a fantastic name. I know a young lady called Zoe. Well, she'll always be young to me. So, Zoe, I'm getting that there is a relationship issue question around you. So this is what I'm going to concentrate on, since you haven't asked a particular question. But what I'm getting, Zoe, is that you feel unsupported and not heard at the moment. And I'm not sure if this is a love relationship or a work relationship, or whether you actually, are connected to somebody that you work with, because there's a sense of effort that is around it. And Zoe, it's not comfortable. What the cards are saying is that, you know what? If something pisses you off, then it's okay to say that. You can say it in a kind way, you can say it in a heat of the moment way, but you don't need to hold on to that emotion. You need to be true to yourself. And the relationship challenges that I'm getting around you, Zoe, all are like, they're very able to be sorted, but it's at the moment you're not your best friend. You are not looking out for yourself. You are not being kind to yourself. You're being self-critical, and it all seems to be coming to a big pussy head in your love relationship, okay? So psychically, what I'm being told is that you have a lot of support. You have fantastic skills, and this, if it's just about being heard, then you can do something differently, okay? And that this will clear the fog around that relationship energy. okay? There is a definite sense of you need to have a goal, okay? So is that understanding how you feel? Is that, Zoe, just being really clear in what your intention is when you ask for things, okay? When you are seeking connection? Because this card is a fantastic card. It's like a GPS system in the pack. This is about, ask me which way you're going and I will help you. This is about, Zoe, you need to have a goal in mind, okay? And it is really important from a spiritual perspective, Zoe, that you don't run yourself down in the process, you know? Like, you're not doing yourself any favors by being self-critical. You're not doing yourself any, like, helpful energy by doing this. So what the cards are saying is, drop that crap, move on, be nicer to yourself, and say what's on your mind, especially within love relationship, and that this will change, and it will be a change for the better, okay? So, Zoe, I hope that's not being, like, too daunting for you. I hope that you can see where Spirit is trying to help you and guide you in making really clearer choices. But, yeah, it's a lot to process. And sometimes spiritual messages pack a pretty mean punch, and it's like, well, shit, I didn't know that I wanted to hear that, or, you know. So, however your reaction to the messages, Zoe, I wish you well, and I hope that you'll pop in and let us know how you go with the changes that are coming up for you, okay? So, have another... In case you don't know, pink is actually my favourite colour, so I have a lot of things that are pink. Miss Em, who is our next person?
Next, we have Kath.
Kath. Let's have a look around you, Kath. Let's see what the cards... I'm giving the Southern Cross Stone Oracle deck a good old shuffle. What I'm being told by Spirit, Kath, is that you are in the mood to make change, and that this seems to, the pivot of this seems to be in health decisions. I do not feel that they are decisions made by anybody else, but these are, this is what I want to do. I want to do things differently. I want to, make a few changes, because there is a sense of ownership in your health. And I think that, Kath, you don't always stay committed to your health processes. You don't always, they don't entice you. It's like, oh shit, that's, not fun for me. But what I'm getting a great sense of music. I don't know whether it's like country music, but I can hear guitar that's quite pleasant to me, but I'm getting that you move to it. So I don't know whether you're learning to dance a different thing, Kath, or whether you are learning to express yourself through music. But I see this as a really positive thing, because the card that you have drawn is the card of rejuvenation. And what this means to me is that, Kath, you are choosing consciously to do things differently. It's like, previously that didn't work for me, so I'm going to mend it. I'm going to choose to do things differently, and I'm going to be kind, and I'm going to be gentle to myself, and I'm not in a big hurry. I can do this at my own pace, okay? So this is a fantastic card to have, Kath, and a very important message for you is to be true to yourself and take your time. Make the pace yourself, okay? So hopefully that's answered your question, and that you you're able to embrace the fact that your energy is shifting from other people around you to more of a you energy. It's like, hang on a minute, what do I want? What do I, yeah. And so you're making decisions focused from you instead of that's what they want, that's what they expect, okay? So that's a wonderful energy to feel, absolutely wonderful. So I get a great feeling of satisfaction around the changes that you're introducing, okay? So, who do we have next on our list, the lovely Miss M?
Next, we have Rebecca, and she would like some guidance as she is anxious about her son's appointments.
Okay. Rebecca, I'm getting a sense that you have two sons, okay? So I feel them energetically quite different. And what Spirit is saying is the biggest gift that you can give yourself is to speak, because it's almost like Spirit has not taken away your voice but encouraged you to be quite quiet recently, and that's not what you need to do to make the most find out the most energy and get the answers that you're seeking. I'm not saying that you suddenly turn into like a really aggressive kind of bull and just, you know, yell and scream until people answer you. But what I'm saying, Rebecca, is that Spirit is asking you to speak clearer, to speak louder, to actually speak and say what's on your mind in regard to your son, okay? So let's have a look at what card that you'll pull for him. Okay, so you've got the card of solutions, and what this tells me is that with your son, Rebecca, there's no one answer fits everything. It's like, well, we'll do this first and then we'll do that and we'll try that, but then that will work. So it's almost like there's, you know, 10 different choices, and each of the 10 choices has a pretty good value in helping your son out. I feel quite strongly that there is a need for you to feel more useful in that regard, and a need for you to be more involved in the process. I don't know whether that means going to appointments or making things differently, but the card is really asking you to check your links and to, you know, secure your foundations, your home foundations. It's like, yeah, there may have been like spaces of silence. It's like, yeah, silence is not a bad thing. Silence can be very healing. But if you, Rebecca, don't feel that it's a positive silence, then yeah, it's up to you to make a change and shift that energy. I see a wonderful sense of love around you both, and I get a real dry mouth, and physically I feel that is connected to the spiritual inability to say what's on your mind, okay? So to help all of that energy along, Rebecca, and if you can't say the words out of your mouth, then write them down. Write them down and practice saying them in your mind, okay? Because it's really important and it's really beneficial to you, so that, yeah, you can feel that this challenge with your son, and I don't feel that it's easy. I don't feel that it's a, wow, yeah, everything's fixed and sorted by next week. I do feel that it is a process that you have multiple appointments, okay? So, yeah, it's really important that you are true to yourself, Rebecca, okay? And tap into the support that's around you, okay? People are not used to you saying, hey, can I have a hand? Or can you explain that to me? But you know what? They're delighted at being able to, yeah, I can help Rebecca out, okay? So take care, and yeah, know that it might not be the easiest process, but it is a process that you will grow and develop through, and that you will shine. Okay? So thank you very much for being here tonight, Rebecca. And if any of you have hit that little share button, thank you from the bottom of my heart. That's really helpful to me, and helps me get my little business out there in the internet world. So just want to show you something that I got made. I've got about a dozen pairs of these. I was asked a week or so ago if I had any like spiritual message earrings, and I'm like, oh, okay. And then the very next day somebody said to me, oh, can I make some angel wing earrings for you? So I have a few pairs of these. They're all in silver, and they come with a set of instructions in helping you be able to receive spiritual messages. The actual act of wearing an earring is kind of like turning your telephone on. It's like just an on and off button. Some people do it in other ways, you know, but earrings themselves are a very handy little easy tool. So if anyone's interested in that, they can certainly ask away. I think they're about $11.50, so they're really affordable. And yeah, so just ask away. So Miss M, who's the next on a Let's Have a Look at Your Life?
Next we have Samantha.
Hello, Samantha. Let's cleanse the energy, okay? I get a great busyness. I don't know whether you've had like a rock and roll kind of, you know, week or month, but it's almost like, wow, crowd, let's clear all these people away from Samantha's aura. It's a little bit crowded in here, okay? So what they're saying, Samantha, is that you need a bit of peace. You actually need a little bit of you time. Okay, so let's see what the cards are going to offer you, Samantha. Oh, the card of energy. This is a very powerful card. This is kind of like a spiritual guardian, a guard dog that says, yeah, I'm here for you. And what they're saying, Samantha, is that you have a force and an energy that you have yet to unleash. It's like you've been waiting for the right moment, and this moment is coming up. It's very, very possible, Samantha, that in the next few weeks you will have such a boost of energy. You'll be heard, you'll be able to get things done. It's like renovations of all areas of your life. I do feel that there is a younger person. I don't know whether it is your child, but there's been a pretty hairy kind of communication between the two of you. But what this card is offering is the chance to blow that all out of the water, change that all, and put in a really solid connection. It's like, you know, what do they, you know, spread that sparkly shit everywhere, because it's like, yeah, boost of energy. And Samantha, I think that's a really, really fantastic energy to have around you. So, the lovely Miss M, I think I better have another drink of water. Anyone think it was like 45 degrees here in, you know, Perth, Western Australia? I tell you, it has been amazingly hot. I love that stuff. I truly believe in being thankful, and water is something that I am so deeply thankful for. I like to drink it, I like to swim in it. So yeah, I'm a water fan. So Miss M, who's the next person on our list?
Next we have Pamela.
Pamela, let's have a look for Pamela. Wow, few cards want to jump out of the pack. Let's ask them to behave themselves and to, oh no, we still want to jump. So we'll go with the first one of the cards that jumped out for you, Pamela. And this is the card of transitions, okay? I actually feel that you have a change that you're not friggin' keen on. It's just like, Pamela, you know what? That room needs to be changed. That floor needs to go. That, yeah, it's highly inconvenient. I don't feel that you've planned for it. You're definitely somebody who likes to have your finger on the pulse, but the universe is whacking you in with this challenge, and I feel that it is associated with your house, okay? There is a sense of change, and it's not a transitional change. It's not, oh, I've got 3 weeks to think about how I would like that. I feel that it's just the universe saying, you will get that done, and it will be done tomorrow, and this is the choices that you've got. This is not something that sits too well with you, Pamela, but what the cards are saying is that you have needed to close that door. I'm actually getting the feeling there that it's like a house renovation, or it's some kind of change within your home, and that you have thought about it but put it off and not really been that keen on it. And I'm getting the sense of like tiles, so I don't know whether it's a bathroom area because I'm not clearly being told which it is. But Pamela, what I am being told is that you'll get that bang, that boost of energy, and then it'll go, oh shit, no thanks. And then before you know it, it'll be all sorted and like, hey, yeah, that works for me, that, yeah. And it feels like a home renovation that you hadn't planned, that you hadn't thought you wanted, but that you're totally in love with after it's done, okay? So Pamela, I say hang on to your socks, let it happen, and yeah, just start thinking about if you were going to change that, what colour would you want it, okay? Because there seems to be a disagreement in regard to colour in your household. I would say just go with what you like, but that's me. So yeah, Pamela, pop back in and let us know, because I think that that will be happening very, very quickly, okay? So, Miss M, who's next on our list?
Next we have Angela.
Angela, oh, I love that name. I have I have a lot of sisters, and a couple of them in spirit now. One of them's kind of floating in between spirit and the human side of life. And yeah, my mother, bless her cotton socks, had all of these children, and it wasn't until the last two that she actually started running out of names. I have 3 names, and Angela is one of them. One of my many names that never quite fit into a form. So yeah, it's a beautiful name, Angela. So you've picked a bit of change around you, okay? What you've got is 2 cards, Angela, that came out together, so they must be read together. So the first is that the cards are challenging you, that you are not being heard, that you are not speaking in a language or a tone that gets you the action that you require, Angela. And that the second card that you have is, it's the card of family. It's the card of, you know, your birth, the people you're closely related to, okay? So I sense a bit of discord is the word, Angela, that Spirit is giving me. And that this may have been a long time in coming, but Spirit is also saying you have a great sense of empathy. You have a great sense of knowing how to sort the problem for yourself. You don't need to sort it for everyone else. This is only about sorting it for yourself, so that you yourself can move forward, and that you can, you know what, sometimes you can be related to someone, but you do not have to like them. And you may well have someone like that in your family, Angela, that the cards are saying to you, it's personally, doesn't matter if you don't repair that relationship, if you don't put a Band-Aid on it and zip your mouth. It's perfectly all right, Angela, if you say, hey, you know what? That just so friggin' doesn't work for me, and I ain't investing any more of my time or attention in it. So remember to have a look at your communications and say, am I being pure to myself? Am I following my values? Am I being kind to myself? Am I being kind to others? Because there's a way that you can tell people things that is not downright horrid. So you might need to just step back and say, well, okay, that's not kind to me. So yeah, I need to do it differently. Okay. So Angela, take care in that, and know that your family communication will be well supported spiritually. Okay. So you hang in there, girlfriend, and pop in and let us know how it goes. But yeah, you're always welcome here. We've got 2 lives a week, Wednesday and Saturday. It seems to be settled on, and it's at this time, which is 8 o'clock, 9 o'clock actually. See, I don't even know the time. 9 o'clock Perth time, and we go for around about an hour. So with the whole Christmas and next year ticking over, that has affected we not here on the weekends, but we're certainly here for you tonight. So jump in, ask your questions. It's not humanly possible for me to answer 100 or 1,000 people's questions in the hour, but I certainly try very hard to get as many messages across as possible, and I'm certainly very happy to meet new people, and I really would be very grateful if you would hit that share button and press it away and spread me out in the electronic world. Okay. So, who, Miss M, is our next person who has a query for the cards?
Next we have Sharon.
Sharon. Okay. The cards for you, Sharon. Let's have a look. Okay, let's just have the pack, half a dozen. Not that you're greedy or anything, Sharon. I just think that, wow, things are happening in your world. Okay, so I'm just going to read the top 3 that popped out. So the first card that literally jumped out of the deck, Sharon, and said, pick me, is the card of action. It's almost like if you think you want to take it easy, if you think that things are going to slow down and that you're going to have a moment to catch your breath, the cards are laughing at you and going, no way, girlfriend. The pace is going to pick up. The pace is going to be, whoa, shit, I can't catch my breath. I can't keep up. But you know what? The cards are saying there's a sense of adventure. There's a great energy of experience that is around. And so the other 2 cards that came with that is the card of insight, okay? You have a wonderful energy, Sharon, in being able to look inward and say, you know what? Yeah, that's how I'm feeling. That's how what I want to make some changes. But there's also a card here that's saying to you, I might like swimming in the river of denial at the moment. I might like to think that the grass is greener on the other side of my fence, and I'm not really sure that I'm brave enough to make those changes. So it's almost like these 2 cards are going up and down and round for you, Sharon. So I say whichever one suits. If I personally quite like swimming in the river of denial. I've found it quite useful at certain times. But, other people might tell you that it's much nicer and kinder to yourself if you allow your intuition and your insight to give you clear vision in what your path is, because there's no doubt about it. Your path is changing, Sharon, okay? Your path is like, whoa, blowing out of the water. It's almost like, holy moly, I'm not actually sure how that happened. And you may feel like, hanging on. You may feel like, oh, shit, I'm not ready for changes. But the universe will not give you something that you're not ready for. It will not give you something that you do not have the support for. So whilst, Sharon, you might think, oh shit, no thank you, then that's the time to reach out and say, oh, you know what? I've got friends, I've got people that I can ask to help me see a different perspective in this, okay? And I get the strangest, and it is strange for me because, I don't actually do much in the whole body hair department, but I don't know whether you're getting your eyebrows ripped off or whether you've got like some kind of like bite that's on your left eyebrow, because what Spirit is saying is don't ignore it, don't like make it worse, because they're saying that it requires some medical attention that will sort it pretty quickly. Okay, so what they're saying, Sharon, is you might be inclined to go, no, she's right, yeah, but Spirit is saying don't do that, get it sorted, okay, and that it will be easily sorted if you do it quickly. If you choose to kind of, save it for later, then you might find that you have a bloody sore eyebrow. Okay? So either way, that's fine. But I would kind of take the spiritual message and maybe take the easier path on that one. So let me have another. And I definitely got water in here. It's not like, any other substance. When it's really hot, water is the only thing that works. So, who do we have next?
Next we have Kay.
Kay. Yep. Great. Let's have a look for you, Kay. I get the sense of the wiggles, the whole, I want to move around, I want to shuffle, Kay, I want to, it doesn't feel like a house renovation. This feels like, you may consider moving, Kay. You may consider that, okay, this place, this does not work for me anymore. What Spirit is saying is that you might back out of that decision, and that's perfectly all right. And that you can change your mind, Kay, and that Spirit will still be there to support you, because it's almost like what Spirit is saying is that you're squashed. It's, you might feel backed into a square spiritually, but that this will change. It's almost like, you'll have more space and you'll have more ability, both emotionally and physically, to think, I don't want to do that. No, that doesn't work for me. So let's see what card comes out for you. Okay. I love this card. This is the card of enough. Okay. This is the card, Kay, that tells me that the spiritual question of, do I have enough? What is abundance? What am I thankful for? What works for me? These are all questions that are around you, Kay, and these are questions that the cards are going to answer for you. I don't feel that these are not about financial abundance. This is about spiritual and emotional abundance. And it's like, you know what, Kay? There's a sense of shedding a skin. I'm getting a visualization of like a snake that comes out and just gets rid of his skin. And like, for me personally, snakes are always messages that are really important. They're earthy, they're about the fundamental things that make up our life. So, Kay, this is a really important message for you. And there is a strong sense of, I do have enough. I want to change my sense of perception and abundance and joy. I want to know it more intimately. And Kate, the cards are supporting you on this, okay? They're saying, go for it. The learning is gentle and well supported. Okay, pop back in and let us know how you go, and if there's any of you that have had a reading tonight and that you would like to leave me a review on the Facebook page, I would be very happy if you would do that. And yeah, and just get the message from the cards out there in the world, and know that I'm Susan. I use this page, Southern Cross Stones Oracle, which is my pack of cards. And I do have quite a few scammers that like to get out in the world, and they like to send messages and say, hey, sign up here for a free reading. We'll take $100,000 from your bank. And I'm telling you, that ain't me. That just so is not me. I'm not going to send you a message. I'm not going to offer you a free reading in a message. I'm not going to ask for your bank account details. I'm just going to say, hey, this is me. You can see me on the live. You can check me out. You can see whether, you know, my energy resonates with yours. I'm not going to be someone that says, here, sign up here. I'm just not going to do that. So know that if you're getting those kind of messages, they are not from me. So the lovely Miss M, who is our next person that's going to get a reading tonight?
Next is Wendy, and she would like to know her sister's wishes regarding her daughter, as she's recently passed.
Okay. Wendy, there is a lot of conflict in regard to your niece, okay? I'm getting that there is an unresolved energy around her. It's not got to do with her final wishes. It's got to do with she was quite surprised. She had a deeply spiritual communication. She was well able to talk to spirit. She knew that her time for passing was coming, but it actually happened much quicker than she thought. And for some reason, she's telling me about her body bits. If there is some question about her donating, then what she's telling me, Wendy, is that you have to make the choice that's right for you, but she would say yes, okay? And she is happy for you to make the decision that you are comfortable with. Okay, Wendy, there's a real conflict of communication around you. It's almost like, fucking, she's saying this, they're saying that, they're saying that. Like, oh, it's no wonder that you feel pressured, Wendy, and it's no wonder that it's like, oh, I'm just withdrawing. Oh, I'm just, you know, I've got to get away from all this. There's a special energy that you share with your niece, and I would have thought that she was more like a daughter to you, somebody that she had very deep thoughts, and she had very intense energy, and not everybody understood her, Wendy, but you did, and you were able to give her peace and space. And this is what she's saying is really important to me at the moment, that she wants peace and she wants space, okay? She doesn't want to be crowded. I don't know whether she was slightly claustrophobic or whether she just really liked the outdoors, but Wendy, what she's saying to me is, don't box me in, don't make it, too small, because she wants to be able to, you know, to feel the air. And it's really difficult when you're dealing, Wendy, with all of those emotions of other people, because what Spirit are telling me, Wendy, is that you haven't found Wendy's time yet, and it's really got to come, okay? There is a unique process that is really intimate about how you deal with loss. Everybody does it differently, and there's no friggin' right or wrong way. But Wendy, what Spirit is saying is that you need to find some you time, and you need to do this in the next couple of days, so that when you are making decisions for other people and they're going, I don't want that to happen, you can then just turn around and know that you are coming from a position of your heart, and that you are speaking with clarity, and that you know that your niece she's working with you, you know? And it's like, yeah, I'm sorry I wasn't more prepared, but there's a great sense of love between you two. And you will do her right, Wendy. You just give yourself a pat on the back, and you just say, hey, you know what? This is what I'm doing to honor her, okay? This is what I am doing. You know, there was a sense of, you know, Wendy, you loved your sister, but you kind of also had a few disagreements, okay? There's not a sense of punch-ups with your sister, but and I've got sisters, I can relate to this, Wendy. It's like, she's driving me friggin' nuts, okay? And she's pushing my boundaries. So, Wendy, it's like that's added onto your niece's communication too. So, hang in there, mate. Just, and look after yourself and know that you are doing the right thing for your niece, okay? You are already on the right path, and you don't need to second guess yourself. If other people want to do it, let them. Just let them. You're doing the right thing, and I'm totally with you. I'm supporting and sending you tons of love and energy, okay? Because the card that you drew, Wendy, for your niece was the one of silence, and it's a beautiful card. It's a peaceful card. It's like, you know, that sense of balance and harmony that just goes with the note that just resonates through your soul. So, Wendy, make use of this card and give yourself permission to feel the calm and the silence, okay? And they're very, very much, you know what that young lady needs, you know. So if anybody else is fighting, then let them come, because spiritually they ain't got a hope in hell. You know what's right for her, okay? So, yeah. Your sister will support you with that, and she will be around a lot more, okay? So, blessings to you, Wendy, and hang in there. It's not going to be all fire and brimstone, but it's not going to be roses either. So, if you would like, Wendy, I'm very happy to add your family members to the healing list. I haven't invited people, but I have a healing list that I work with daily. And if anyone would like their name or the name of somebody else with the other person's permission, then please just pop it in the notes, and the lovely Miss M will have a separate list that she gives me that says the people that would like to be added to the healing list, okay? So hang in there, Wendy. You are so on the right track. So much so, okay? Yeah. I'm going to have a little, actually, I think I'll have a bit of a drink of sugar. Can't have too much water. The thing about sugar, just doesn't taste as good as water when you're drinking lots of water. Okay. How we doing, Miss M? Have we got somebody else who would like?
Yep.
Tell me. Who am I going to chat to?
We have Candace.
Candace, let's have a look.
She would like to know if she's still getting them back.
Well, there's only one answer to that, and that's really simple and really quite quick, Candace, and the answer is yes, okay? The card that you drew is the card of satisfaction, the card of finish, the card of relief. It's like, holy fucking duck shit, thank you, universe. This is a card that has many moving parts to it. This is a card that almost feels like it's not connected, you know, the parts don't add up. But you know what? This is a card that works perfectly in synchronization with each other. There is a sense of, oh, yes, it's done. It's sorted, okay? So this is a fantastic card to have, Candace, and a fantastic energy of relief, okay? So the answer to your question is yes. So, who do we next have that's on our Let's Have a Question?
Next, we have Kathleen, and she would like to know why she is feeling so angry since having her operation.
Kathleen, let's have a look at the energies around you, okay? Let's have a look. There's, spiritually, I'm getting the sensation of having hair on my neck. Like, I want to shave it. I want to move it. So I don't know whether you have some kind of uncomfortable feeling around your neck, Kathleen. But what Spirit is saying is that it's beneficial to you if you explore something, okay? I don't know whether that you had your surgery around that area or that it's affected what you've been saying, because what I'm getting is that, Kathleen, you're holding shit in at the moment. You're not, I don't know whether you're just trying to be a perfect patient or, you know, you just don't want to say what's on your mind. It's like, you know, your grumpy girlfriend, you share it. You know what? If you're in pain, share it. If people ask you how you are going, you don't need to say, I'm perfectly fine, when you're actually grumpy enough to, you know, tear their head off. I'm not saying tear their head off. I'm saying express your emotion. I'm saying, you know what? When somebody asks me, I am going to say, you know, I'm not happy. I'm grumpy. I'm not sure what's happening around me. And, you know, Kathleen is, you know, you're somebody who likes order. You're somebody who seeks to see the long-term plan, okay? And so, Kathleen, it's like very frustrating for you. I get that. Very frustrating. But hang in there. So, in answer to your question, I believe that the energetic grumpiness that you've described is to do with a shift in your chemicals, okay? There's a sense of order that has been knocked out. It's almost like, you know, I've dropped a couple of things that are vital to me. I don't know, you know, whether you had something taken out of you or whether you feel there is a sense of loss. But what they're saying to me, Kathleen, is that you've lost a couple of things, and that's why you're unhappy. And it's okay to express that unhappiness. You don't have to go all, you know, Criminal Minds and plan somebody's exit from the world, but you can express yourself, Kathleen, in that, you know what, that actually really pisses me off, and really I want to do something about that, and you know what, back off, because you're not a person that other people expect that kind of conversation from. But if that's the way you feel, then honor yourself, okay, Kathleen? Allow yourself to do your own healing and recognize that this energy around you is part of the healing process for you, okay? So Spirit is telling me that, you know, it's time to close your eyes, get some rest, and that you're not doing this with commitment at the moment. It's almost like, yeah, when you go to bed, your mind's elsewhere. You're not quite into the sleeping process. But, yeah, Spirit is telling me, Kathleen, that express yourself and it will sort it. Okay? So, if you would like me to add you to the healing list, hey, just ask away. I'm very happy to see if the energetic boost is useful to you. And, yeah, I wish you luck. So, how are we going for timing, Miss M?
10:03.
Oh, I can talk. Let's slip one last, you know, person in, okay?
Lucky last is Fiona.
Fiona. Let's have a look for you, Fiona. Okay. Shuffle, shuffle. These are my cards, the Southern Cross Stones Oracle. dreamt up over 30 years ago. Facebook actually gave me today, on my memories, a photo of me 36 years ago, which was a long time. And I looked at myself and thought, holy duck shit, was I that skinny? Was I that young? And there I was, 20 weeks pregnant with a glass of alcohol and a packet of fags in front of me, but that's the way we flew back then. So, yeah, let's have a look for you, my lovely lucky last for today, Fiona, okay? And for those of you who've missed out, please know that we're not having a live this weekend, but we will be back next Wednesday, and then we'll be Wednesday, Saturday from then on. So, Fiona, what you have drawn is the card of agreement, okay? What this tells me, Fiona, is that you need to reach an agreement and call a balance of energy, okay? The cards just ran away. It's gone straight to the floor. And what this tells me is that at the moment, you do not have any inclination to be in agreement with somebody. And Fiona, this is almost like, I'm being a little pig-headed. I'm being a little bit stubborn. I'm being a little bit backbone of steel. And only you can decide, Fiona, okay, the way that that will work for you. But what the cards are encouraging you to do is to see how this works for you, okay? How this really helps you in getting heard, because the cards are challenging you and saying, well, okay, this sense of, little Miss M picked up your card from the floor, the sense of truce, the sense of balance is just not there for me. So how useful is that, okay? So Fiona, this card is saying, agree to something that is in your interest, okay? There is a question of balance and of values around this question, around this decision, because, you know, you've got the essence of decency there. So Fiona, I am not telling you to just flat out disagree or flat out agree with anyone. I'm saying find a balance within yourself and come to a sense of harmony and a sense of belonging, so that you can, you know, not worry about the little stuff, but get stuck into the big stuff. And, you know, if it requires for you to get worried and for you to make changes, then that's what you'll do. Because Fiona, I don't feel that there's a warm, wet, comfortable kind of energy around your life at the moment. It's like, oh shit, that's shifting. I'm not sure about it. I'm really, I'm not clear. But hang in there. The next couple of weeks might be a bit, bugger, not so fun, but they are changing. And I'm getting around about the 13th, the 12th of January that you start to hear things that are more pleasant, more balancing for you. Okay, so hopefully, Fiona, that's given you some insight into the energy around you, and certainly pop back with us, and you're always welcome to ask another question on another night. You're welcome to bring your friends, and, you know, check out any of the previous videos, lives that I've done, and see whether, you know, you like my style and you like my cards. And I'm always happy to receive feedback, and I certainly appreciate those of you that come in the room tonight and shared, and I'm really glad to have been here, and very, very happy to have had the chance to share with you tonight. So send you blessings. Thank you very much, and please follow us. We'll be back.